Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS magazine videos. This is the RPG A Day 2019 series. A series of videos in which every single day during the month of August we release a video talking about role-playing games. This initiative was designed and devised by Dave Chapman, Mr. Autocrat himself. You can find more information in the link down there in the video description. Down there you can also find the subscribe button, so please do click it and give me a thumbs up or down if you enjoy this series and any of the other videos that we produce or not. And I would love to hear what you have to say, so please give me your comments. Now, triumph is the word for today. And you know, I want to talk about the game that should have triumphed a great deal more than it did. A lot more than it did. And it's the Marvel Heroic role-playing game that was released by Margaret Wise Productions a few years ago, in 2012. Now, this game, I loved it. I really loved it. And it isn't without its problems, of course, but I loved it because what it did was to try to condense and really portray the spirit of Marvel Comics, the ethos of the superhero. And it did it with a new system that used weird dice like the D12. Of course I'm joking. It was... I'm going to say something that some people are not going to like. But I think it was way ahead of its time, way ahead of its audience. And people were not able to understand it fully and properly. It was such a different thing, such a different way of playing, such a different way of approaching characters, stories, story arcs, storylines. So different, so new, that I reckon that people were a bit taken aback by it, and that's why it didn't sell way better. Of course, it also tried to tap onto the fans of Marvel, and I don't think enough units were sold, which is a real pity because the game is really well worth it. Some people missed the fact that there isn't a character creation aspect to the game. You have to play with the characters that are given. Yeah, the team had to play, they had to design within an insane amount of constraints from Marvel, which were not going to allow for you to be able to create any superhero you want. But then, quite frankly, who cares what Marvel wants? If you wanted to create your own hero, you could have gone and done it anyway. And the reason why I feel it's a pity that this game didn't triumph a great deal more than it did is because then they released things like the Civil War. And they released two versions of this. They released, you know, the premium event book and the standard. Inside they're absolutely gorgeous. But what this made me feel was, wow, if they start to release this series, you know, Dark Phoenix, that would have been unbelievable. The Secret Wars, that would have been fantastic. The Thanos and the Gauntlet of Infinitum, that's how it was translated into Spain. I'm sorry, but you know, that would have been incredible. Incredible. Infinity Wars, I know. That would have been fantastic. The Carnage series from the Spider-Man, yeah. The whole alternative world from the X-Men with Cable, that would have been amazing to be able to bring that to the table. And yes, I know I can do it myself. Not the point. Not the point. I would have loved to see Margaret Wise Productions really triumph with a game that had the guts to try something different, something new, and to a great degree something better. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that the effort, the passion, the sheer love that the team put into these games wasn't enough to make it triumph a great deal more than it did. And I keep saying a great deal more than it did because it's a game that people still talk about. It's a game that people loved. Yeah, not as many people as I wanted, but some people, we loved it so much, and we will forever be so grateful that it was published, because if a game has proven that it can make the ethos of a comic book coalesce into something playable, my friends, is this. And I love it for it. And I know that not everybody thinks like me. And I'd love to hear why. Why not? Did this game disappoint you? Why? Why did it disappoint you? Do you wish they'd done something a little bit different and it gone a lot higher up? Because I would love to hear about that. Please let me know, because I just cannot fathom why anybody would dislike these games. So please let me know if you did. Thank you for being there, and I look forward to hearing from you.